Guys, as we all know, SummerSlam is about, a few days away? And let's just face it, this happens every time there's a pay-per-view. Every time. And you know what? There's no reason to be mad. There's no reason to get upset. Nothing. But I want y'all to know, it is okay. There's nothing wrong with telling your opinion. If you like a show and you want to express your opinion on it, you want to brag about that show, okay. If you have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and you want to brag about that show, great. If you don't want to brag about that show and you find a way, a way that could benefit that show or you think might benefit that show, go ahead. You should not have people bring you down, gripe at you, so on and so forth, because you have a good idea that could maybe benefit something you love to watch, you like to watch. And you know what? Every single time there's a pay-per-view, it always seems like the boss of WWE targets us fans for some stupid reason. Stupid. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. He says that we complain about the story lines too much, aka the creative that he gives us, and that we should look at the stars more. You see, recently he was on Busted Open Radio, because Busted Open Radio was recently acquired by WWE. Them combining to create WWE Radio, so on and so forth, right? And they're going to be having a SummerSlam on radio and all that crap. But you see, wrestling fans, Triple H telling us that we don't need to look at creative as much and we should look at the stars more. It's pretty much Triple H telling us once again, like he did last month and he did before, to pretty much just shut up, like it, and watch. Listen, if we didn't have segments on Raw like Danhausen cursing us, you are cursed, for 8 to 10 minutes straight until Dominic Mysterio and the rest of the Judgment Day came out and ruined the whole thing. Thank you, Dominic Mysterio. Then we wouldn't be complaining about creative. If Braun Breaker was actually being used in a good way, we wouldn't be bashing creative. Instead, he's the third person, and he's the third wheel in the Vision right now, under Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory. I can't count Logan Paul. He's not doing anything right now. He's injured. And where is Bronson Reed? He's making commercials, but he's not on TV. Where's Bronson Reed? I don't know. You get where I'm going, wrestling fans. If we didn't have stuff like that going on, we wouldn't be griping now, would we? Guys, Triple H went on, because I'm not going through this whole thing, to say that Obafemi is getting mentored by Brock Lesnar. That's a great thing. That is a great thing. I am not going to complain about Obafemi getting mentored by Brock Lesnar. You want something like that. Okay? Somebody like Obafemi, somebody that is supposed to be the next. I don't want to use the phrase that they used for Brock Lesnar when he first came out, but what they called Brock Lesnar when he first came to the WWE, what Paul Heyman said was the next big thing. Well, Obafemi is supposed to be taking so-called Brock Lesnar's place, okay? The ruler, the next big thing, okay? Taking Brock Lesnar's place if it goes according to plan, okay? You want that to happen. But do we need to hear it before their SummerSlam match? Is that something that we should hear? And I don't want to hear from anybody. Well, wrestling fans and the old school, old time legends, the legends of WWE, like Eric Bischoff and Jim Cornette and Hacksaw Jim Duggan and everybody else that has all these podcasts, Dutch Mantel, and everybody else, Ric Flair, everybody that has their own podcast on YouTube. Vince Russo. The ones that pulled back the curtain and they let out things that were done in the past. Listen, that was in the past. Those things were done already. And for somebody like me who has been watching wrestling for over 30 years now, who watched wrestling in the 90s, who grew up watching the Attitude Era, the New Generation, all the way up through the 2000s, everything. It's cool hearing that stuff, maybe insides of that stuff. I mean, listen, we didn't have, and I'm not trying to make myself sound old here, but we didn't have that insights where you can just look it up now, just like that. They didn't have that back then. So it's cool listening to the legends talk about that. But Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, hearing that, oh yeah, they're real friends in life, and yet they're about to step inside Hell in a Cell on Saturday, and they are going to be in their third matchup And fans are wanting to see blood. Fans are wanting to see a vicious matchup, especially how Paul Heyman has built this up. Brock Lesnar undefeated. He's beaten The Undertaker twice inside Hell in a Cell. And the only thing I can tell you, wrestling fans, is I don't know about you, but when it comes to that kind of stuff, I don't want to know the insides of it. When we are inside of one of their hottest feuds in WWE right now, it takes away so much. It does. That is one of the negatives of WWE Unreal on Netflix. It's one reason why I don't watch it. But, guys, let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Do you care about us being called out again? Okay. Do you care about us being called out again? Do you think that we spend too much time on creative and we should spend more time on the stars? Me personally, yes. The stars are important, the wrestlers are important, but they also need good things to go by, okay? They need good writing, good storylines to go by, and if you don't have that, they don't have a good direction for TV, okay? So it is a mixture of both, all right? But I think that you should get invested in the wrestler, not just the story. Okay? It's a little bit of a mix, if you ask me. So let me know if fans take the storyline, the creative, way too serious. Okay? Do you even care that has been ripped away, the illusion, so to speak, of Femi versus Brock Lesnar on Saturday? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to subscribe, like, share, go back and check out anything you missed. Until I see you again, this is Webby. I'll catch you all on the other side. Talk to you later.